What is going on, my fellow Halo fans? Your boy Patman here, and welcome to today's video where I'm going to be talking about what the community director at 343 had to say about the state of the studio right now and about the future of Halo Infinite. Yes, you guys know who Brian Gerard is, or Sketch. If you've been around Halo for a while, one of the staples from Bungie was Sketch, and yes, of course, he's still with 343 and one of the very familiar faces that we see in a lot of the behind-the-scenes stuff that 343 does for Halo. And he had a couple of very eye-opening posts on Reddit that I wanted to share with you guys because it is very transparent, and I honestly appreciate this kind of honesty, and what he had to say was stuff that I think will definitely catch a lot of people's attention. So stay tuned throughout the entirety of this video so you guys understand everything that you need to know, and hit the like button to support future Halo content. And if you're new here, consider subscribing to stay absolutely up to date on all the latest happenings in the world of Halo. Now, when a fan was talking about their disappointment and the lack of updates as far as a live service game goes, which is what Halo Infinite is supposed to be, and of course we've heard this as of late, a lot of people leaving the company at 343 Industries, Sketch responded with this. He said that there are indeed a lot of challenges and constraints, and they're certainly not happy to be unable to meet player and community expectations. It's a difficult situation that's going to take the team time to work through. Right now, the focus is on Season 2, and they'll have more to share on that in the coming weeks. Meanwhile, a lot of production planning, costing, planning, hiring, etc. is all happening, which doesn't really lend to detailed regular updates. He continued by saying that the company understands the community is simply out of patience, and frankly, he thinks that they're understandably tired of words. He said that they just need some time for the team to get the details sorted out, and then they could certainly share as much as they possibly can when they can. Now I'm going to read you the other statement that he had in response to another post on Reddit, and then I'll give you guys my thoughts on what really stuck out to me from both of those posts. When another fan expressed their concern about the shape of Halo Infinite right now and hoping that it makes a comeback something similar to Apex Legends and how that came back strong with content, Sketch replied with this. He said that they'll get there, but it's going to take more time than most expect or want, and it's absolutely going to continue to be turbulent along the way. There are fundamental improvements and fixes that need to happen in addition to being able to deliver content quicker. There are some cooler things further out, and Forge in particular should offer a much needed lift to the game. And yes, Forge is still a ways out, a whole nother season away. However, the community is expecting big things when Forge launches because of the rumored toolset and capabilities that are rumored to be a part of the Forge feature. And when Sketch says that it's going to continue to be turbulent along the way, I absolutely believe that as well, because we've heard a lot of rumors about the Slipspace engine being a lot of trouble to work with. And when I hear things like turbulent, or that there are fundamental improvements and fixes that still need to be made in order to be able to deliver content quicker, to me that sounds like the engine and that it's giving people a lot of problems. However, I am no game developer. I don't have any kind of inside information, so don't take what I say as fact. I just think that that's what that sounds like to me, and that's what it's pointing to. And it's weird because the Slipspace engine was supposed to make things easier on the development at 343. That was the whole point of making that new engine, was so that things could get done quicker and easier, because Halo 5 was unsustainable for the team trying to update that game. And that was almost a live service game, because it was constantly being updated with new features and new improvements and new content. And we've heard it plenty of times from developers at 343 how difficult it was to add those things in Halo 5. So that's what really sticks out to me from that second post. Now, going back to the first post, obviously, when he says that there's a lot of production planning, costing, planning, and hiring going on, it makes me think we are a ways away from Halo Infinite being where it needs to be. And hopefully that's not too late, because it could very well be sometime next year before everything that we're looking for in this game is there. And that's before we even start talking about things like campaign DLC or big new modes to bring in new players. And I just hope that it isn't too late. Yes, Halo Infinite is free to play, so we'll always have that going for it. There is no cost to go back into the action and give Halo Infinite another try. But first impressions are extremely important. Basically everything. And right now, Halo Infinite's population is dwindling, and I just hope that people will give it another chance if it does deserve it down the line. If you guys are wondering what kind of quality of life improvements I would like to see added to Halo Infinite, besides the obvious stuff, then you guys can click the card in the top right hand corner of your screen. I did a quick little video on what features are missing from Halo Infinite that we saw in other Halo games or in MCC. And if you guys are wondering what 343 is planning on fixing and adding to the game and what their priority list is, well, they just did a huge blog post detailing all that, and I did a huge video detailing that blog post You guys can click the card in the top right hand corner if you guys want to go ahead and watch that video. Thank you guys so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video though. Hope to catch you on either a previous one of mine or a future one. Until that time comes, I'm your boy Patman, and I'm out.